Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I want our topic to be about fear. So this week I've been posting about fear, right? Affirmations about fear. And that's because fear is so powerful. It's so powerful because it feels so real and it captivates us, right? I have felt fear so many times in my life I can't even count. And it feels very yucky, very scary. And when we're in that space, we really do believe what it is that we think in that moment. And we believe it so much so that we surrender to the fear. We stop ourselves from moving forward, or we stop ourselves from what it is that we really want to experience, to have, what we dream about, and it leaves us feeling really yucky and we're not that much better for it, right? I mean, unless we're feeling fear, right, in a situation where our life is, at stake and we need to do something on the spot, right, to keep ourselves safe. And in that case, right, then fear, would be helping us. In general, it is not. It is our own beliefs and these around these ideas and lies about what can possibly happen and the worst case scenario. And we get so caught up with it that we forget to see the other side, right? And that there are many possible outcomes because we get stuck on the outcome that we fear. And there we get trapped, we get stuck, and it feels really yucky. So we want to practice sitting with the fear, being with it, not just pretending it's not there, burying it, getting distracted with other things, and hoping that it'll go away. That is a ghost that will come back faster than we can blink. So trying to run from it will never work. The only thing to do with fear is to really sit with it and get to understand it. There are many layers to our fears, but if we can just start out with something simple, like even acknowledging that it's there and noticing what it's about, we start to make headway, right? Because it gives us information that we can expand on, that we can grow with, and it'll start leading us towards more clarity so that this fear doesn't have this power over us, doesn't have us holding ourselves back from what it is that we want to experience and to have. So fear is vicious, it is captivating, and it is heavy. And we don't have to live in that space, right? We don't have to surrender ourselves to fear, but we do have to understand it. Because once we do, then we start to take our power back. We're able to work through the fear and it loses its power. We're able to shift and live more authentically, as opposed to with this shackle that feels really heavy and it's holding us back from what it is that we want to do. So fear is no joke. And I've been thinking about doing a workshop on overcoming fear. So I think I'm going to sit with my calendar and I'll probably end up doing it this month, if not next month. Wait, we're in September, so I guess in October. Yes, October. I can make that work in October. So, and we'll go deeper into it. But just know that fear is usually an illusion because it is something that we worry about and it just grows and grows and grows. And as it continues to grow, it gains power and momentum, and then it takes over us. And then we get lost in that space. And we don't want to do that anymore because we have dreams, we have desires, right? And there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to walk towards that, right? And start to consciously shift from the fear towards what it is that we want. We have the power to do that, and using that power and understanding ourselves, right, so that we can use this power is the greatest gift we can give to ourselves, so that we don't stay in a space that no longer serves us, that doesn't feel good, that doesn't work for us. No, we don't need to do that, right? We have choices, we have options. So we want to exercise those choices and options, and we want to grow, because that's where we feel lighter, right? That's where we feel more joy, right? When we're not being imprisoned by this heaviness of fear. So before I go any further, I'm going to pick a word from my bag of words and see what else I'm inspired to share. Oh, indifference. Oh, I love that. Okay, so indifference. You know what that makes me think of is feeling indifferent, right, about fear. Because a lot of times, we worry that we feel fear, but fear is, just another emotion. And when we work through fear, we can learn to be indifferent about it. We can learn to be okay. Like if it comes up, we're not like, oh my God, there goes fear again. We don't go into a panic. We deal with it, right? We recognize it's fear. We're indifferent about it because we know how to address our fear. We deal with it. We don't run from it. And because we deal with it, it loses its power. We feel indifferent about it. We're not stressed out when we're feeling it, right? We may feel some sense of heaviness, but we don't feel so overwhelmed when I say stressed out. We don't feel so overpowered. And we're able to shift. And we know that we can shift, so we feel indifferent about the fact that we feel fear. We don't feel like it's this, big monster, We know that, all right, this is an uncomfortable feeling. We acknowledge it. It's here, and I deal with it. And then we're able to move on from it, and we're not, held back by it, or held down in a way that feels heavy or emotional. All right, I'll choose one more word before we end. And okay, let's see. Oh, committed. So yes, we have to be committed to making a change, right? We have to be committed to getting to know our fears and working through them, right? Not trying to avoid them. When we try to avoid them and we try to avoid the commitment that's required for us to free ourselves from the fear, or at least to be able to move ourselves through the fear, we end up just spinning and feeling this yucky feeling over and over and over and over again, or holding ourselves back that much longer. So we do want to commit to ourselves and shifting from this fear. So I'm going to end with that. I hope that helps you in some way and that you have a beautiful day. Bye for now.